All right, so we just picked up the Canon R5 Mark II. It showed up today. Got home before dark. I was like, I want to test out this image stabilization just to see if they really made any tweaks on it. I think that's a big feature that everybody was looking forward to. We're going to jump right into the video. Nothing scientific. Do a couple tests with the R5 original, R5 Mark II. See what it looks like. I'm dumping stuff straight out of camera. Did my best to just kind of match everything up so it would look similar, same lens, things like that. Let's run through the test, see what happens. And if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments and we'll mess around with it over the weekend. All right, here we go. First video. No image stabilization. Audio right out of camera, just like somebody's going to set this camera up. No ND filter. Real basic. So we have no stabilization. Now we're going to hit, let's move around a little bit and vlog. So we are on, boom, 15 mil. Of course, autofocus is probably looking pretty good because Canon does have good autofocus. But without stabilization, there used to be that wobbly in the corners. It's probably there now. So let's just see what that looks like. Nothing scientific here. All right, let's turn that stabilization on. So we hit the lens stabilization. I'm gonna do another walk around. This is at 15 mil right now. 15 to 35 at 2.8. Not a bad lens. I'm shooting right now just in the lowest 4K. 1/60, 30 frames a second. For those of you that know. Let's go in and turn on stabilization on, and then we'll go to enhanced. All right, we're back. Now we have the switch on the lens, and it's just on the on mode, right? Then you have enhanced, so we'll turn that on next. Is the image wobble gone? I don't know. My kid's playing in the backyard. It's fun. It's not too bad. Sometimes I just do this. I'm holding the lens. All right, so now we have enhanced mode. Now you're gonna see, still, there we go, still at 15. I twisted the lens a little bit there. 15 mil is gonna crop in a tad bit. You're still seeing a decent amount of the background. If I'm close to something, you may not see it as well. Walk around in flip-flops, hanging out, flip-flops and socks. You know how that goes. If I'm running, I don't know what that's gonna look like. I know that the GH7 is awesome, but let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. You guys seeing the image wobble? I'm not gonna see this till I edit, and I'm just flying it straight to YouTube. All this footage, by the way, is on the R5 Mark II. So we're gonna swap over to the R5 and do kind of like the same video. All right, so here we are in the R5 with everything shut off, no image stabilization, nothing. So there's minimal settings on this camera as far as controlling that, like the new one, and there's no like human detect. So I just have it in the box, and we're at 15 mils, same lens. I swapped lenses over. Little man's having fun, audio straight out of camera. I don't even know if you can hear me actually. Let's turn on image stabilization and see what it does. Maybe you'll see some of the wobble. We're at 15 mils. We'll test ones later down the road at further distances, but for right now, this is just walking around in flip-flops. So right now we just have the image stabilizer on the lens. So the optical of the lens, holding the camera the same way, walking around a little bit. There's probably a little bit of wobble, a little bit of bounce. We're gonna switch everything to on, see how that does. And the one thing they did add to this camera, and to the new camera, is the tally light. So the tally light is nice to have on the front, because you know if you're recording. For example, I just recorded this and didn't have it recording. So we're recording now. Let's switch everything to on and do that test. Okay, now everything's on. Now we're not on enhanced, but everything is on. So we should be getting a little bit of a more stable picture. But like I said before, the corners at 15 weren't the greatest. This camera is heavy to hold like this, but what can we do? Kids having fun with the lawnmower. You having fun, buddy? All right, so now we're gonna switch everything to on. I can run a little bit with this if you want. Switch everything to on now. All right, it's enhanced. This is the enhanced look of the original R5. Little crop in there, everything else. Walk, run, bounce around. I just want to know for like quick things, if you hold the camera, does it look crazy? Because the Osmo Pocket 3, it's pretty sweet having the gimbal. And I'm not looking for gimbal, but even the Panasonic GH7 is like a gimbal. So let's see what this looks like. I mean, it looks better, I think. Kind of, right? We'll see. Leave a comment. We'll see you in the next pixel.